My dear friend, I believe you've once studied many laws of physics and chemistry. In the same way, the heavenly path of the universe also operates with its own laws and principles. These laws are the true wealth of the cosmos. Everything you wish for, every desire, every dream, the universe carries immense power behind it. This power is so strong that it can either push you into the abyss or help you soar high. The universe does not compete with anything, and yet it constantly changes. Everything is impermanent, neither good nor bad. Within that impermanence, it offers countless opportunities. At every moment, cause and effect unfold. At every moment, dynamic balance is at play. The universe materializes and brings to you only what resonates with the frequency of your inner world. That is the law of prosperity, the law of love, the law of cause and effect, the law of balance, the law of attraction, the law of supply and demand, and the law of manifestation, the way the images in your mind become your reality. Through your inner will, through your thoughts, your spirit, your intention, and the energy of your emotions, you are already creating the world you live in. So how do you become stronger, wiser, and wealthier? The answer is simple. Train your inner world. Keep it harmonious, consistent, and aligned with the universe. Acknowledge its existence, respect its laws, and then transform yourself into a channel through which the power and wisdom of the universe can flow. I know your life is busy. I know these ideas are not easy to absorb, especially if you hear them only once. So my advice is this: listen until the very end. Then come back and listen again and again. When you are free, when you're cleaning the house, or when you're resting, revisit these words. Save this episode, share it, and keep it in your playlist so you can return anytime. I assure you, within just a few short months, your mindset will grow beyond measure. You will rise to an entirely new level of understanding. If I told you that anyone could earn $500 million dong per year, or even 1 billion, would you think I was speaking nonsense? When Wang Yangming once said that anyone can become a sage, did you think he was speaking nonsense? If money still controls your life, I strongly encourage you to stay until the very end of this talk. Because today, I will share with you a method that very few people know about, yet many capitalists are already using it. A method that I myself have been practicing, and one that can dramatically improve your financial situation. And here is the most important part. This free message may carry more value than many courses worth millions, or even tens of millions, offered by so-called masters. But there's one condition: you must truly understand it, and you must genuinely listen. Do not become someone who refuses to learn, someone who cannot be helped. In the Tao Te Ching, Lao Tzu wrote a famous line: Tao gives birth to one, one gives birth to two, two gives birth to three, and three gives birth to all things. But do you really know what this means? This single sentence already contains the great secret of wealth, yet most people understand it too superficially. If we simplify this sentence, it becomes: Tao gives birth to one, and one gives birth to all things. And surely, all things includes wealth, doesn't it? In other words, if we can simply understand what Tao is, what one is, and how the one gives birth to all things, then we can uncover the great secret of creating wealth effectively. So, what is Tao? Tao is the existence of a power greater than us. It is an intelligence, a force, beyond the reach of our human senses. It creates everything. It arranges everything. It provides for everything. Tao is the origin of wisdom, creativity, and strength. Some people call it the Creator. Others call it God. I do not want to make it sound too mysterious for you. What we call Tao is, in fact, the laws, the truths, and the universal principles of existence. Now, you might say, I only believe in what I can see and touch. But can you be absolutely sure that what you perceive is the whole truth? You cannot see the Earth's magnetic field, yet it shields life on our planet from deadly solar winds. You cannot see the force of gravity, yet it holds the planets and stars in perfect balance. Tao is the same, invisible to the eye, yet more powerful than anything we can imagine. And if you truly understand it, if you learn how Tao gives birth to one, and how the one generates all things, you will unlock the timeless secret of abundance, prosperity, and wealth. The universe operates in perfect order. Human beings, however, can only hear sounds below 20,000 hertz, yet, dear, are able to hear frequencies beyond that limit. This shows us that the human ability to perceive is extremely limited. And it is exactly these limitations that often lead to false understandings of reality. Because humans cannot sense everything with their five senses, Lao Tzu once said, "The Tao that can be spoken of is not the eternal Tao. His greatness lies in the fact that he was able to recognize the existence of this truth so early. If you wish to achieve great accomplishments in life, you must first recognize its existence. That is the very first step to success on this planet. If you believe that you are not foolish, and if you truly desire to achieve, then I sincerely hope that you maintain a sense of reverence, a humble awareness of the presence of this immense power and wisdom. Once you acknowledge it, once you align yourself with it, once you harmonize with it, you will immediately become strong, wise, and prosperous. On the contrary, if you deny it, you will remain poor, weak, lonely, anxious, and lost. Understand this. The moment you acknowledge its existence, your level of awareness has already surpassed most of humanity. Now let us return to Lao Tzu's simplified phrase, Tao gives birth to one, and one gives birth to all things. So, what is this one? The one is you, but it is not your body. It is your inner being, your soul, your consciousness, your thoughts, your spirit, your emotions, and the entirety of your mind. I dare say that every single person, in their lifetime, has created countless things from nothing. At the beginning, you had no toys, no clothes, no table, no chair, no phone, no computer, no job, no income. But later, you had all of them, didn't you? The difference lies only in the quantity and quality of what each person creates. So why is it that some people possess so many beautiful things, while others remain trapped in poverty and stagnation? The reason does not lie in the body. Otherwise, every person who is stronger or healthier would automatically be richer and more successful than those who are weaker. But reality shows us it is not so. You might be physically stronger than Pham Nhut Vung or Dung Le Nguyen Vu, but that does not make you wealthier. The true reason is that every person has a different inner world. As the Avatamsaka Sutra teaches, all phenomena are created by the mind. Everything changes according to the mind. Everything you have in the external world is created, attracted, and reflected by your inner world. The inner world is the cause, the outer world is the effect. If your inner world is trained and refined, your external reality will naturally become abundant. Those who are truly wise work on the cause, and they are not bound by results. Ordinary people, however, do the opposite. They become trapped by results, tied down by outcomes, and remain in poverty, shortage, and worry. Why? Because they do not understand the importance of the inner world. Their inner world is chaotic, dull, resistant, low in frequency, and scattered. They neglect building their inner foundation, always trying to chase results outside. But the truth is clear. Only when you master your inner world will your outer world transform. When people search outward in a chaotic and disorganized way, they are doing everything in reverse. They keep revolving around external things without making any real effort to improve the cause within. But listen carefully. An inner world that is poorly managed, chaotic, and lost can never create wealth and prosperity in the outer world, especially under the operation of the universal laws. Now, what I am about to say is extremely important. The degree of order and clarity in your inner world. The degree of harmony and consistency. The level of vibrational energy and the sharpness of your focus. All of these determine the degree of wealth and prosperity you will manifest in the real world. You must pay close attention to your inner world, to the construction of your inner foundation, because your inner world is the receiver that connects you with the power and wisdom of the universe. It is also the root cause that generates wealth and money in the material world. Let us return once again to Lao Tzu's simplified phrase, Tao gives birth to one, and one gives birth to all things. So here is the core question. How does consciousness give birth to all things? In other words, how do you manage and govern your inner world in such a way that it creates an abundant reality with an income of $500 million or even billions each year? I assume that many of you have studied the laws of physics and chemistry. In the same way, the heavenly path of the universe also operates under its own laws and principles. These laws are the wealth of the universe. Everything you wish for the universe contains the power for it. This power is extremely strong. It can push you into the abyss, or it can lift you high into the sky. The universe does not compete with anything, and yet it changes everything. Everything is impermanent, not good, not bad. Within this impermanence, it offers infinite opportunities. Every single moment carries cause and effect. Every single moment carries dynamic balance. And the universe will always materialize and deliver to you only what resonates with the frequency of your inner world. These are the laws of prosperity, the law of love, the law of cause and effect, the law of balance. the law of attraction, the law of supply and demand, and the law of manifestation, the images you create in your mind. Through your inner will, through your thoughts, your spirit, your determination, and the energy of your emotions, you are creating your reality. So then, how do you become stronger, wiser, and wealthier? The answer is simple. Cultivate your inner world. Keep it harmonious, consistent, and aligned with the universe. Respect its existence, honor its laws, and transform yourself into a channel through which the power and wisdom of the universe can flow. It's actually very simple. Train your inner world. Keep it harmonious, consistent, and aligned with the universe. Acknowledge its existence, respect its laws, and transform yourself into a channel for the power and wisdom of the cosmos. When you do this, you will immediately become prosperous, strong, and wise. You will begin to attract and manifest everything you truly desire. Always remember this. Effort must be precise. Do not waste your energy on meaningless work. The universe will never favor someone whose inner world is distorted and opposed to it. Now, let me share with you 4 specific steps. Step 1. Adjust the state of your inner world to the frequency of positive energy. The vibration of your inner being can only attract people and events of the same frequency. Always maintain an inner state of generosity, tolerance, compassion, prosperity, courage, responsibility, joy, and gratitude. And absolutely avoid releasing negative energies such as fear, worry, hatred, criticism, or envy. Step 2. Create a vision for the outer world and establish a clear inner need. Your external vision must be perfect and rational, aligned with your inner needs. Your vision must also serve the highest good of others and all living beings. Build deep and meaningful connections with people around you. Your inner need must be strong and crystal clear. Here's a structure you can try. Ask yourself, what do I want to achieve in order to serve others better? The larger your outer vision, the more motivation and focus you will have. The clearer and stronger your inner need, the easier it will be to manifest. Understand this. The true work of your life is to think endlessly about your vision, your goals, your needs, and the methods to achieve them. Create vivid, complete, and detailed images in your mind. Imagine that you already own them, that they are already within you. Then, simply take a little action guided by your intuition, because the universal laws will operate and complete the rest of the work for you. However, never allow your vision to remain vague. You cannot manifest something that is unclear. Step 3. You must find a way to provide quality service to others. This is the true cause of wealth and success. The law of success is simple: to serve others. The more you contribute, the more you will receive. So ask yourself, what is free service? And what is paid service? What level of quality must these services reach? How many people can you serve? Through which channels can you deliver your service? Keep asking, keep reflecting, and keep improving your answers to these questions. Never be stingy in your service, whether in quality or in quantity. For the rest of your life, you must contribute generously, courageously, precisely, and with high quality. Be careful, however, with what you receive. Manage and control it wisely, and use what you gain to continue serving and contributing. When you do this, the universe will choose you as a channel of energy and vitality. It will choose you to be the one in this field. Step 4. You must focus, long-term, on the images of your outer vision, your inner need, and the ways you serve that you have already created in your mind. Do not give up. As Wang Yangming once said, if you believe in one single point, there is nothing you cannot accomplish. You must maintain conscious awareness in order to manage your attention, your ability to think, and the direction of your energy. Keep your mind always in a state of readiness to receive and attract wealth at any time. This is absolutely crucial. Many people fail simply because they do not understand how to focus or because they lack perseverance. And I must be honest here. I cannot give you a shortcut to quickly make $1 billion. That belongs to the so-called masters of business success. What I can give you is a path, a method, a way to align with universal laws so that your inner world and your service to others naturally generate lasting prosperity. The purpose of all of this is to help your inner world become more reasonable, more clear, more harmonious, vibrating at a higher frequency, and more focused so that you can create wealth more effectively. What I want to tell you is this. For a person whose inner world is well managed and deeply trained, every project can become a shortcut to earning billions. But for someone whose inner world is chaotic and poorly managed, Even if they change 100 projects, nothing will work. From this moment on, place great importance on your inner world. Trust completely in your inner power. Do not wait until you are 80 years old to suddenly realize that your inner world is the true source of all strength. By then, it will already be too late. One last time, let us return to Lao Tzu's simplified phrase. Tao gives birth to one, and one gives birth to all things. You are the one. Through you, as a channel, you will be able to utilize the laws, the power, and the wisdom of the universe to create orderly energy and clear images within your inner being. When you maintain your focus, and when you reach a true unity between humanity and nature, a true alignment between knowledge and action, you will manifest a reality that is richer, fuller, and more prosperous. Now, let me guide you further towards facing negative energy in this world and protecting yourself from harmful influences while interacting with others and with the outside world. There is a spiritual method called non-reaction. This method simply advises you, do your best not to react to anything that carries negative energy, because the moment you react, you are pulled into it. You waste your energy. You become affected by it. Your energy begins to interact with that negativity, and in doing so, you weaken yourself. Only when you remain still within your soul, when you do not react, can you prevent yourself from connecting with low frequencies of energy. This is a very simple yet powerful method. It protects your vital energy, helps you attract more good fortune, and allows you to live with greater ease and comfort. Only then will your spirit be free from unnecessary tension. Think about it. On the road, you might get angry when another car overtakes you and honks loudly. Or perhaps you hear someone speak badly about you, and instantly, you lose your calm. That anger may stay with you for days. You cannot sleep, you carry resentment, and sometimes, you even feel compelled to confront that person. But when you do that, you are the one who suffers most. The practice of non-reaction is the shield that protects your energy. Sometimes, it may simply be an argument, or perhaps someone misunderstands you, and immediately, you fall into negative emotions with no way out. Not to mention those moments when someone scolds you, slanders you, or even deceives you suddenly, you lose balance and sink into mental stress. Have you noticed this? When you react to these situations, your discomfort only grows stronger. It escalates, layer after layer, until you can no longer control yourself. But if you can practice the art of not reacting to negativity, you will not be affected. Instead, you will preserve peace within your soul. And when you protect your positive energy, your inner blessings, you enter a state that Buddhism often calls purity of the six senses. Now, be careful here. The phrase purity of the six senses does not mean that you must abandon worldly life or run away to hide from people and situations. What it truly means is this: you keep your heart pure, even while living in the middle of a chaotic and complicated world. This is a skill and a state of being that all of us must train in daily life. So how do you practice it? The first step is to increase your awareness. You must be conscious of the energy around you. Notice the vibrations of energy fields from the people and situations that surround you. You must also be deeply aware of your own inner energy and how external energies are influencing you. Without this awareness, it is far too easy to be pulled into negativity. The second step is to allow all energies to appear and exist in any form. What does this mean? It means you do not judge them, and you do not try to change them. Think back to your past reactions. Very often, you began with judgment. Why is this person so terrible? Why are they treating me this way? But from now on, you must recognize these judgments clearly, and then step outside of them. Be alert. Watch carefully for every judgment that arises in your mind, because each one of them can become a trap, pulling you straight into negative energy. The third step is to let negative energy simply flow through you. This means no resistance, no blocking, no fighting against it. You let it come, and you let it go. Like water flowing past a rock in the river, it arrives, it passes, and it disappears. This is the way to preserve your peace, protect your energy, and remain balanced even while the world continues to move in its chaos. Do not cling to negative energies. Instead, imagine yourself as a transparent being, clear, open, untouched. Allow every negative energy to pass right through you, leaving no trace, no harm. This, my friend, is the essence of what Buddhism calls purity of the six senses. Think of yourself like a camera. A camera simply records. It captures everything, but it never adds an opinion. It never judges what it sees. In the same way, you, too, can remain still and silent, simply observing. Watch the reactions of others. sense the weight and intensity of the negative energy around you. And then give it a clear name: anger, jealousy, anxiety, envy. By labeling the energy directly, you separate yourself from it. When you do this, something powerful happens. Your mind no longer participates. It no longer jumps into the drama. And when your mind does not join in, you are no longer dragged into the storm of negativity. Through consistent practice, you will discover a freedom, the ability to stand outside of toxic energies without being affected by them. This is how you train yourself. This is how you cultivate the art of living a life of peace, calm, serene, and deeply free.